Hey guys, Mega Man NG here, and it's time now for another Flash episode review. If you're wondering why the episode review is up tonight instead of yesterday, you can blame LEGO Marvel's Avengers, and if you guys have been missing out on it, I recommend you check my playthrough out. It is that good. And believe me, I enjoyed playing the game. But back on topic. Today we're going to be covering this week's episode, or rather 2 days ago on Tuesday, The Reverse Flash Returns. So here's the deal. I'm going to provide a summary. I'm going to provide what I liked about it, disliked about it on each of the plots, and then an overall rating for the episode. It's not going to be much, but at least you guys can get an idea of how I felt about it. So, let's begin. What began as a normal day for Barry and his crew turns into a mess when an old foe returns, the Reverse Flash. With help from Cisco and Dr. Wells, they learn of his return, along with his reasons for being here, so they enact a plan to stop the Reverse Flash because he plans on killing someone once he's done. However, it creates a problem. Cisco starts to convulse in serious pain, leading to him slowly fading out of existence. With the timeline ruptured and on the verge of collapsing, can Barry be able to set things right? Or will he and his friends suffer yet another tragedy? Not much of a summary for it. I always say that because my summaries are anything but I did enjoy this episode. Better than last week's, though. It was good because this episode cements one thing. It's an origin story for the Reverse Flash. I really mean it. This entire episode, almost all of the plot, is an origin story for for Eobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash. And speaking of which, it was good seeing the Reverse Flash again. I'm talking about the original. Matt Letcher as Eobard Thawne really delivered a good performance. He really did. At the same time, just thought to myself, he's not as scary as he thought. He's more serious and more calm. Because you know what he's going to eventually do, right? He's going to cause a lot of heck and it's going to be crazy. I mean it. But seeing him here, always smiling and saying that in the end he wins, just represents his character. And Matt Letcher delivered a great job. Oh, and speaking of which, I believe props go to the episode of Cisco. Yeah, the actor who played Cisco delivered a great performance. I loved it. I really did enjoy it because it was I felt that Cisco did a lot more. Carlos Valdez did great. And yes, he is the alter ego vibe because he has the ability to see into the future, not to mention retaining memories of various alternate timelines. It proves to be a pivotal role, especially in the episode when he helps them find the Reverse Flash, but only to find out he would fade out of existence. And this is an important lesson. Never screw with a timeline because there are major consequences if you do. Break the sound barrier, you get a sonic boom. Break the time barrier, time boom. Alter history just a little slightly, and history will start to change. And it's giving me some Back to the Future vibes. I really do mean it. And speaking of which, there was no metahuman of the week. The whole focus was all about the origin story of the Reverse Flash. However, there is one, or rather two nitpicks that I have with this episode. First, Barry being a complete and utter idiot. Yes, I mean it. Barry is an idiot. I mean, with the subplot with him and Patty, it just kept going down, and I believe this is where the breaking point went because Barry continues. And he continues to push Patty back because he doesn't want to risk losing another person. Because if Zoom did find out the truth about Patty learning the identity, then it would have been problematic. Yes, Patty now knows the truth. She has put 2 and 2 together, and Patty now knows that Barry Allen is the Flash. Only problem? Barry continues to deny it, and it only pushes Patty further away from him. I always thought that the relationship between the two would be something, and that sooner or later Barry would tell Patty the truth. However, what Barry is doing this week is just bad. It's almost the same as it was last week, and when I did my review for last week's episode, there were so many problems. Here, though, the problems continue to accelerate, and now their relationship is done. Their relationship is done, and I feel that Barry denying Patty this opportunity is enough for me to say, come on, Barry, you gotta do this sooner or later. It doesn't matter the risk, you just do it regardless. I feel that that's one of the issues that I had with the episode, Barry being a complete douchebag, especially to someone that Barry cares for dearly, Patty Spivot. It's sad that it's going to have to end like this, but what can you do? I wonder if this is just an effort to bring Barry and Iris back together, but I doubt it. And speaking of which, the West family drama wasn't really that bad, but I felt that it bogged it down a bit throughout the episode. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy it, and it's nice that Wally's actually doing something right for a change and visiting his mother. In fact, all the West family went to visit Francine West, since she's now dying, and she wants to reconcile. I'm happy that Iris was able to reconcile with her mother. Everyone did. And I only hope that with Francine now passing on, it can help bring the three together as a real family. It's going to take time, I know it, but it does. I hope for it to happen. And last but not least is the plot involving Caitlin wanting to help Jay with his terminal illness. Last week's episode revealed that Jay is sick. He's dying. And because he lost the speed force, his speed powers, basically he doesn't have much time left. So Caitlin wants to help Jay any way she can. Besides, she's in love with him. She helped Jay helped fill the void for Caitlin. However, what we find in this week's episode was a shock. Yes, we learn of Jay Garrick's Earth 1 counterpart, Hunter Zolomon. For those who want to know, Hunter Zolomon becomes the third Reverse Flash. Hunter is the Reverse Flash to Wally West, who I think after Crisis on Infinite Earths, Wally West becomes the new Flash after Barry Allen died. So it's kind of nice, and it's a nice nod to, I believe, the comics. However, it does surprise me of that. I was shocked. I was shocked that he had an Earth 1 counterpart, but it was completely different. Though I wonder if Jay Garrick's Earth 1 counterpart had the same name. My guess it didn't. And when I found out about it, I was impressed. And yes, Teddy Sears does play Hunter Zolomon. And he was just standing there in that scene. It was just pretty something. And I had no idea. Like I said, I had no idea. But it was a nice shock, but it makes me wonder if there's going to be a way to save Jay. Only time will tell, and as how the episodes continue on, things are going to be interesting. So yes, not much of a review since I am a day late, but honestly, the episode was pretty good. I'm going to give this episode, I believe, an 8 out of 10. It is a great episode because it does have a lot of humor. There is a lot of nods and tidbits to the New 52 and the 52 Parallel Earths. The shocking revelation, the Reverse Flash origin story for it, it was pretty nice. I really did enjoy it. Had it not been for Barry's idiocy, I would have rated this a lot higher. But no, it had to continue from last week, and it just made me feel angry. But what can you do, right? Anyway, that's it for my episode review. I would like to apologize if it's late, because I've been quite busy with Lego Marvel's Avengers, that you all should check out, by the way. And speaking of which, this Saturday, I am going to be uploading a 3-episode review. Basically, I am going to be reviewing 3 episodes that I missed out on the TMNT in order for me to catch up with Sunday's new episode. I need to catch up because I really love the TMNT, and I want you guys to hear what I think. So, yes, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to me, and it shows that you guys care for what I do. And I'll see you guys next week, hopefully on Wednesday, when I will be reviewing the next episode. Oh, and a little spoiler for anybody wondering, in 2 weeks, the gang's heading off to Earth 2 for a 2-part event. So don't miss out. See you then. Peace out.